What about this is like really exciting? Well, for starters, what excites me is this loop between our human part and our world. We didn't really acknowledge this well for the last 10, 20, 100, maybe more years, but when we engineer things, we're adding to the world, and that world is start influencing us, and we're adapting to it. So this closed loop has become really apparent in the last, say, 5 years as our sort of machine learning embedded inside of web apps that we all use actually directly changes our behavior on a really tight loop. And so this relationship is becoming really easy to see, and we need to be a lot more aware of it. And as it happens, I founded a company to help engineer systems because I've been working on sort of complex adaptive systems, swarm intelligence, bio-inspired multi-agent coordination since the early 2000s. And when I first got introduced to this new technology, I got really excited because reality is I could work on robots, and I could work on some infrastructure systems, and I could love modeling human behavior systems, but there were missing interconnections in terms of durable state and computation, trusted computation. You couldn't really design for how to do coordination for humans because you would need this statefulness. You would need this validation of the transitions in order to use the principles that come from the types of multi-agent coordination algorithms that I worked on. And when I really came to terms with the fact that we had stateful information systems, really had the properties of the kinds of robotics and coordination systems I love to work on, I founded a company and started just focusing on what you would consider sort of AI research, but it's sort of decentralized. And I am an engineer by training, so I also think it's really important to be what I would call system safety and understand the constraints. And we're going to build something and introduce it into society. As a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer, you don't get to just introduce something because you had a cool idea. There's a burden on you to sort of understand the way that the thing that you're making is going to work. And the reality is that's really hard in a new discipline, and there's sort of a difference between a new sort of idea or a new technology and a new engineering discipline. And so I've sort of taken this position that because of the society scale impact of these systems, that we don't just need people building new products, we need people building new engineering, a new field that can handle the complexities of the system.